Hey everybody, so this is going to be my first video. Hopefully you guys like it. It's going to be about my Smiley piercing. So for my Smiley piercing, when I first got it, or what would I say when I first got it? Well, anyway, so when I got my Smiley piercing, I was actually heading towards the bank, and the bank closed on me, and I drove back all the way home, and I was like, you know what? F this, I need to do something really cool and productive, so I just decided to get a Smiley piercing. I got this idea just because I was on my Tumblr and I was just like scrolling through my pictures, and I saw a couple of these people like, posing, acting really cool and trendy on their pictures, and they had, when they smiled, or when they were smiling, or when I looked at their smiles, they had a piercing in their mouth. And I was like, what is that? So I looked it up and I just found out it was called a Smiley piercing, and I was like saying, yes, I have to get this. And then today, or not today, but that very same day that I came back from the bank and I decided I needed to do something, I was like, F it, I'm gonna get a Smiley piercing. So I went to like a couple of tattoo parlors. One closed, the other one didn't have the piercer there or whatever, I don't know. So the third one I went to, finally, thank God, I went to, and guess what? The piercer isn't going to be there for another 15 minutes. Like, what the heck? So anyways, after that was all said and done, I was waiting for, God, I don't even know how long. It was probably more than 15 minutes. I got my Smiley piercing. So I asked him, what should I get? Because I know there are different types of retainers or piercings you could get with your Smiley. There's the captive, which is this that I have in here. And then there's your horseshoe, which looks like this, my septum. And I asked them, I always ask this when I'm very unsure, I asked them, what would you get? And so what they recommended was getting the captive, just because it looks better. It doesn't wear on your teeth as much, because as you all know that it is metal on your teeth, so there will be some sort of deterioration on your teeth or gums just because it's metal on organic matter. I don't know. But I'm sure it will not happen for another 10 years or so, because yeah, it does. Yeah, it's not literally like whatever, but it's not damaging my teeth, at least. I'm not quite sure. It probably is. So they recommended I get the captive, and just because the ball centers down in the middle more, rather than if you look at my septum, it doesn't do this number or whatever in my mouth. So that's good. So I got the captive. She had this really long needle. It's probably about like 2-3 inches, and at the very end of it was hooked on. The captive was hooked up on there, and she just squeezed my gums or my upper frenulum right through, and it's done. It didn't hurt that bad. There's no numbing or anything like that. I mean, I don't think piercers even use numbing, but anyways, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it was probably like a 4 or 3. I mean, it was literally just like a pinch, like someone was pinching my gums. Yeah, it was kind of annoying and uncomfortable, but well, whatever. I probably cried one, I not really cried. I probably just shed a tear. To take care of it, I think the piercer just told me just make sure to do mouthwash. I could smoke and drink whenever I wanted, which was a good thing. Actually, no, I'm not condoning smoking and drinking. But I'm just saying that if you do smoke and drink, that you are okay with your Smiley to go ahead and smoke and drink after piercing it. Yeah, so, and she pretty much just said it will heal in about 2 weeks, or 4 to 6 weeks. Completely off, 2 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, and you'll be fine. And I've been fine so far. I haven't had any major complications. The only real problem that I would probably have with the Smiley is the fact that when I do wash my face and I do wash around my mouth area, it does hurt when I do put a certain amount of pressure, which isn't that bad at all. I mean, it's bound to happen. It's a piercing inside of my mouth. I mean, what else would happen? I don't know. So yeah, pretty much that's my Smiley piercing in a nutshell. It was around $40 to $60, I believe, plus the jewelry and then the piercing. You gotta sign like a bunch of agreements saying that you won't sue them if they mess up on your piercing. I mean, seriously, what the heck? Oh yeah, changing it out. You can't really change it out by yourself. At least I wouldn't recommend it. Just because the tissue inside is very soft and very sensitive, I would assume. And the piercer actually told me that I would have to come back to change it out. I'm not sure if it's a scam just for me to, go back to them and pay for them to take it out. I don't know. But we'll see. Just probably Google it and you'll figure it out too. And if you do figure it out, let me know so that way I could change it on my own if I could. So yeah, that's my smiling piercing, or excuse me, my smiley piercing. Hopefully you guys like my video. It's my first video. Like it, subscribe, whatever. Yeah, thanks. Bye.